Okay, picked up this Oregon saw on Amazon. Oh, $100 or so shipped. Just over $100, I think. And this is the 18-inch. I don't know if they make another size. But the bottom line is I bought this more I have 2 gas chainsaws that work fine. But I thought I'd try this out just so I could run an electric cord out, saw some logs, and not have to mix gas or use gas. I don't know. It's not that big a deal to run a gas chainsaw to me, but I thought this might be a little quieter. Of course, we live in the middle of nowhere. I'm not worried about bothering neighbors, but just for my own use, and maybe my wife would feel comfortable using it as well. The biggest reason I bought this saw over the work saw was I wanted to try that automatic chain sharpener. And this is a very different chain. It looks very different than a regular saw chain. So it doesn't even look like you could sharpen it with a regular file, which is fine. We'll see how long this lasts, and for $100, if it lasts me a couple seasons, I'll be happy. But my buddy at work bought the Works saw off Amazon. It's about this, maybe a little bit cheaper. And he's used it for 4 years, and he said he's cut 15 cords of wood with it. And it still runs fine. So I'm hoping to get at least half that out of this one. If I get that, I'll be very happy. All right, so I've just cut a couple things here. When I originally put the oil in it, I ran it for a couple minutes like the manual says and made sure the oil was coming out to oil the chain. Put the chain on, ran it for a minute or so with the tip pointed at the concrete just to make sure it was throwing oil off, and sure enough it threw oil off. And then I let it off and the chain was sagging, so I tightened it, ran it for another minute, chain was sagging, tightened it again, ran it for another minute, chain was kind of sagging. I tightened it again, now it's not sagging, and now I've cut a couple pieces here with it and it hasn't sagged again, so I think it was just stretching. I was worried the bar was actually moving, but I think the chain was just stretching a little bit. So never had an electric saw before, so this is kind of a new experience for me. Now granted, this is aspen, it cuts pretty easily, but so does the pine that we have around here. What's cool about this is the chain just stops immediately as soon as you let the power off. And the motor spools down, but the chain just stops immediately, so I like that. Still snug and still oiling, and it's not stretchy anymore. So good. I'll put it through its paces in the next couple weeks, and we'll see how it goes.